Hello, good day, my beautiful people. Ryan Hamer here again. Today in this video, we are going to be talking about revolving credit accounts, but not the revolving credit accounts you think. Believe it or not, we're going to be talking about Rogers. Rogers cable, Rogers cell phone, Rogers internet. Believe it or not, once you have an account set up with Rogers, it's like setting up an account with a credit card company. And they even have their own credit card company. They even have their own credit card too. For many years, Rogers has been affecting people's credit bureau reports by reporting them to the credit bureaus for non-payment or late payment or what have you. And they're the first to send you to collections if you owe them money. And what happens is sometimes you'll close an account with them. And the crazy thing about it is you'll open up an account with them, and before you've even received the phone, before you've even had the line set up, they're already charging you. Before you've even transferred your number over into their system, they're already charging you. And you get your first bill, and your first bill is like $200. You're like, what is going on here? Why is my bill so much when I agreed that it was going to be $75 a month? So what happens is they probably charge you an activation fee, and then they also put in a partial payment, or from the time you call them, they start charging you. So they have a partial month, like the partial usage for say 30 days or what have you. They're proration rather. They do a proration for the month when you call them till when you receive the first bill. And how is that even fair or right? Because when you go to cancel your account with them, I don't see them doing that proration. They're just like, yeah, okay, you owe us for the full month. And that happens to so many people, and they get upset, and they're like, yeah, I'm not paying them. But the tricky thing about these companies, like Rogers, what they do is they start automatically reporting to the credit bureau report as if it's a revolving account. So say it's like $500 a month that they give you a credit for. They start charging you, they start reporting how much you owe them for that month and the next month, and so on, and so on, and so on. When you cancel the account with them, that can take a process of a couple of months until you stop owing them. Because what you have to do is you got to log back into the account well after the fact to see the last bill printed and how much you potentially owe. Because that's how they get you. I've seen people go to collections for $75, $10, $1, maybe even a penny, believe it or not. Because it's all computerized, it's not personal, right? So their system will say, oh, well, John Doe owes us X amount of dollars and they didn't pay out the last bill. You think my clients come to me because they want to come to me? Because they are in collections for Rogers for ridiculous amounts. And some are thousands of dollars. Some, it's just a small amount that you wouldn't even believe. Like the price of a cup of coffee. The price of 2 Starbucks drinks. And it's crazy. It's just horrible that your whole credit score is going to get jacked because you didn't pay this very small bill. And sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it's not your fault because they keep this stuff hidden. And I want to tell you guys, always, if you're canceling an account with a provider, a cell phone provider or a cable provider or an internet provider, always ask for the last bill. Always make sure, hey, is this what I owe? Do I owe anything else? Call them back after the fact. Make sure that they received it. Get a receipt. Get your last date. Get your last payment. Get your receipt. Make sure that they send it to you. Make sure that you print it out, screenshot it. Whatever you do, make sure that you get a reference number, a confirmation number, so that you can cover your side. Because I'm telling you, they are so unwavering and they are difficult to deal with after the fact. No matter what they say, they are very, very difficult to deal with after the fact, especially since you initiate a cutoff. You initiate, like, I want to sever a relationship with you. I don't want to have any more dealings with you. They become salty about it. And they are in no position. They're not desirous to help you. Really, they don't want to help you after the fact. So what you do is you make sure that you have your records to protecting yourself so that you can dispute if needs be. Last thing you want is for a small, simple cell phone bill, cable bill, internet bill to mess up your chances of being able to get into an apartment, getting into a home, getting a line of credit, getting another credit card. or a credit card for that matter. And a lot of these mistakes are made when people are younger. So this goes out to a lot of my younger viewers, a lot of my younger listeners out there who are just starting out. Everyone's got a cell phone these days too, right? And if you have kids and you've got them a cell phone or what have you, and it's in their name specifically because you want to teach them some responsibility, you have to teach them about these things. You got to let them know that, hey, you know what? Got to pay that cell phone every month. If it's not pay as you go, let them know that that thing is going to flow onto their credit bureau report if they are not careful. Because a lot of kids can be very irresponsible or lackadaisical or forgetful. They might not have a job. You might be giving them an allowance and they might not be utilizing their money appropriately. So you want to make sure that that cell phone is paid. And if you are the one paying it, make sure that you go back and take some of my notes and double check to make sure that the date of last payment is there, the last and final bill is sorted. Because it can get kind of hairy when that bill is outstanding. All right? Hopefully you've gotten some value out of this. And the reason why, yes, and I'm going to reiterate, the reason why it's important is because these cell phone companies report it as a bill. It's like an outstanding revolving bill, and it changes each month because some months you will owe less than you did the month before because you've either paid more or you've paid less or you've used more or you've used less. So it's always good to stay on top of your bills, especially that one, especially the cable bill, especially the cell phone bill, because you think they're small, but they're actually not, especially you got a bundle. You know, say $100 for a cell phone or $100 for an internet plan or $100 for a cable plan. Unless you're using IPTV or unless you're using a pay-as-you-go situation service, unless you got a corporate plan, the numbers are going to be pretty high. So just keep that in mind, and especially if you do a bundle. Invariably, these bundles are supposed to help you, but sometimes they hinder you because after a while, when you add it up, it's a lot more than it would be or could be or should be. All right? Hope you got some value out of this video. Please feel free to comment in the comment section. Let me know what resonated with you, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see, a suggestion for a future video. And if you know somebody who has a credit card or who has a cell phone bill, who has a internet bill, who has a cable bill, and they could benefit and find some value from this video or my other videos, make sure you share it with them. And on that note, I wish you a great day and have a good one. Thanks for watching.